Hello and welcome to today's video. This time we're once again at the Matford Centre in Exeter, checking out the toy fair. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. So I'm joined by my friend Andy. Hello Andy.
Hello again.
And this is our friend Julian from the Final Frontier in Plymouth. Julian's usually got the stall by the front of the door, and as you come in.
Yeah.
And here he was today, saying hello. We do check Julian's stall later on because he was in the process of setting up and having a large breakfast bap actually when we were speaking
as
to
usual,
him.
then.
Yeah, as usual. That's it.
Okay.
And then we just follow the road round. So I suppose first of all, it's been quite a few months, hasn't it, since the last
About 3 months.
last fair of any sort, really.
About 3 months.
The fairs do tend to die down a little bit in the summer months. People are on holiday and what have you. Yeah. And now that we're into September, we're on the road all the way through to December, aren't we?
With the season.
Many fairs to be had.
Yeah. So we go into a few, as many as we can.
We will definitely be trying to do that. So we have got Sept in a couple of weeks, and we've got Matford again in about a month, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's there's a few on the horizon, and we will intend to try and get to them all if we can.
Yeah.
And it was a real mishmash again of stores. It was sold out, and stalls right round the corner, wasn't
There were more stalls than usual.
Yeah.
A few more than usual. It's in terms of stock, as you'll see, pretty typical Matford.
Yeah.
But yeah, always interesting bits and pieces to see.
There was indeed, yeah. And we both ended up getting some bits. We went up with our friends George and Dave today, didn't we? And they both got some bits as well.
They did. George got quite a lot of comics, British ones.
Yeah, which is good news.
And Dave got a Star Wars figure, didn't he?
He did, yeah. It was a more modern one, but it was a Woolworths.
A Woolworths exclusive. Yeah, which it was a Darth Vader. Yeah.
Yeah, which was quite good.
Yeah, it was nice.
So, I saw that old fuzzy felt there. He only wanted £2 on it. I seem to vaguely remember having something. I had the space one. It was specifically space, but it was about 75, 76 I had it.
All right.
And that was earlier. That was like 1970, 71.
Right, I never had fuzzy felt.
Just a couple of pound there. I thought that's a pretty good price. If fuzzy felts was your thing, not an avenue I'm ever going to go down. A little bit of Lego. Was on offer, as there often is, and retro gaming and Subutio. There's a bit of it all, really, today, but plenty of your traditional toy and train.
Oh, yes.
That's what we're used to seeing at these shows.
Yeah, plenty of modern diecast too.
Yeah, so we were in pretty early, and the dealers were on the whole setting up, so this isn't sort of a complete walkthrough. It's sort of a little bit, if they were still obviously setting up, I'd skip buying and hopefully went back and caught them later on. But the ones who are pretty much done, I grabbed a bit of footage while we were there. This chap had quite a few annuals,
Yeah, quite a few annuals, yeah. Yeah, quite nice condition as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
60s ones there.
Yeah. Yep, some cool stuff. Spirograph again.
Yeah, I think I had that last time. Yeah. The Green Hornet one there, one of the few pieces of British Green Hornet merchandise.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. Now, this stall was fantastic. I rate this one literally the stall of the show.
Okay.
And this is the guy I ended up buying my one and only purchase today off.
Right.
Because he was not quite set up, I thought this is really good. I'm going to go back later on. So we do have a much more detailed look at this stall later on, but the biggest thing that I was really pleased about was everything was so clearly priced.
Yeah.
And that makes such a difference.
And very
it
nice
really does. And yeah, he was really picky on his condition. He said none of it's repainted. It's all original to the best of his knowledge.
Right.
And
and cleaned up.
Really, really nice. Yeah. Really nice stuff.
Some things you buy, why don't you clean this?
Yeah. Just take a little bit more care. Yeah. So that's some of it, but he was still putting boxes of it out. So we returned to that stall later on.
Right.
Now, I think this was Dave's friend. I think he said he was called Matt.
Oh, yes.
And this is where I think Dave got his figure from. And he said he had some good bargains on this stall,
Some modern pieces again.
Yeah, modern and some people have a mixture, don't they?
Yeah.
Old and new.
Yeah, I just got a glimpse of a JR21 Toys 1960s Thunderbird 1 down there.
Yeah.
There are about 3 of those there today.
Right, yeah.
All with damage, as They almost always are.
Yeah.
The fins around the engines.
Oh, yeah.
Almost always gone unless you buy, a mint boxed one.
Right.
But
Yeah.
they're in better nick than some of the ones you see. But yeah, there's 3 of them all in one day. You don't usually see none.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's just how it goes, isn't it? Now, I think you had some stuff off this guy last time.
I did. It was adverts.
Yeah, he has some real vintage stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Film Fun.
Yeah,
down there with Hancock on the cover, Tony Hancock.
Yeah. I did have a little look at that bagatelle. He wanted 20 for that, which I thought was a little bit pricey for just a generic space thing, you know, but quite nice all the same.
Yeah, that designer plane's nice. I've got one of those.
The Scarecrow Batman animated was 20, which I think is a fairly good price for that one. Mint carded. Big run of cars.
Oh, yeah. Captain Scarlet toothbrushes down there from the 90s. Have I got those? Yeah, I have.
Somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Oh, the wagon train thing.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
It's sort of a bit out of place on that store.
A little bit, yeah. That's put into the 60s probably. Munster's figures from the recent movie, the Rob Zombie movie, which I haven't seen.
Now, we've seen these guys before. They're quite big dealers in this sort of era, Master of the Universe, Thundercats stuff.
Yeah.
Vintro.
Yeah, lots of loose Thundercats items as well. There we go.
A bit of 90, yeah, that's it. I was just saying that. It's a 90s store, isn't it?
90s. Yeah.
Oh, Apocalypse War there. I was just checking to see. I thought from a distance it was the hardback one, which is quite hard to get.
All right.
I always pick those Titan books up in hardback because they're not really around like that. Now, this was Mark, he's called, isn't he? The Mark Action Man.
Yes.
And he's got some really great stuff.
He does nice stuff, yeah.
He had some original outfits there, as you can see. They're nicely carded up.
Very good.
I mean, I don't know price-wise if they're good or not, the pricing, but...
yeah, the Magic Robot game, which we got a glimpse of earlier, that was a Dutch version.
Right.
Yeah, he had all sorts of odd little items. But yeah, plenty of loose Action Man, wasn't there?
Yeah. These little accessory sets and stuff. And that was his pair of original accessory sets.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very nice.
Supremely rare.
Reflected by the price.
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Bits and pieces.
Yeah. Nice.
20p a go.
Yeah.
And you see a couple of Mego Star Treks, £5 each they were.
Were they?
Yeah, Uhura and Khan they had,
Yeah.
I don't know if you needed them, but...
not really those two, no. I did see some others on another store.
All right.
But that's cheap.
Yeah, £5 each they were, yeah. I thought that.
Ah, yeah, so that's his Andrew West's store.
Yeah.
I did buy a couple of items off, and George bought a lot of comics off. It was an interesting store.
Yeah, I liked all the old Top Trumps there. I used to have those.
He's reasonably priced as well.
Yeah, although that Romba loose, there was a Star Wars Romba for £150, which we thought was quite an expensive one.
Uh-huh.
I think this is a Britain's related stuff. So
lots of them.
And then a bit of old Subutia, a little bit. There wasn't loads of that there today, was there? Just a little bit here and there.
Yeah, some nice vintage tin plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of people had...
Did you have a go on the Scalextrics?
I didn't have a go on the Scalextrics, no.
First time I've seen that at Matford, that was quite nice.
I think maybe once before, but
a little Scalextric
you can have a go on it for charity.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This guy seemed to have some made-up DePaul kits, like partly made up and stuff, which is...
I think Sevens, I think.
That's what I meant, Sevens,
Daleks,
rather,
I don't think there was one there which was without something missing.
Yeah.
But, yes, it did. Nice to see them. You don't usually see them.
No, not
at Matford.
No.
There you go.
That's more towards the bottom end of the hall here. And those people, once again, they're being set up And this guy had some interesting stuff. He did point out a little die cast. Here it is for the Sixpenny Tap Brewery, which is where I'm going next week. Our friend Scott up in Dorset, and he produced a bespoke van for him to help advertise the brewery. So a little mention to Scott there.
This is Nick Melford's stall, toyhunter.co.uk.
It is, very, very
still
nice.
Still setting up, But, nice as always. Yeah, very nice. Nice little Corgi Star Trek
that's
double
45 that. It wasn't bad, but it had a bit of a stain on it.
He said he bought a box of them.
Yeah, okay.
Box of them. They're all shop stock, but they've all got that bit of damage on them.
That's
a little bit of water damage, everyone.
That's a shame, because if it had been a bit minter, I might have been tempted with that.
Yeah, it's nice, apart from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice ice cream van there. I had that one as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there hadn't been much else around, I would have probably inquired about the price.
Yeah, there was a Citroen there that I really liked, and I did actually take it out of the box.
All right.
He said I could have it for 80, and I was quite tempted. That was unusual Lego castle, sort of vintage stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I've actually got some of that in the loft, so I might. I'm not too fussed about keeping it. I might dig it out, actually. I like the space stuff still, but I got a bit of castle, which I might get a shot of that.
Okay. There you go for your rummage boxes.
Yeah.
Zig and Zag. I've got those action figures of Zig and Zag.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's more.
Some interesting stuff there. Big track.
Yeah.
I said it's a bit more retro stuff as well.
Yeah. 80s, 90s.
Yeah. It's
that
the
sort
era
of
for
thing.
it. Ghostbusters. Yeah, loads of retro on that stall.
Lots of games there, were there today? Not lots of
No.
Dotted about here and there.
A few more there again.
Yeah.
Dennis the Menace. Nasher badge there. I remember getting that one from
Yeah,
the comic, actually.
I think that's a fan club one, actually.
Oh, right.
The hairy one.
Oh, I had a hairy one as a kid.
I think that's a fan club. Yeah. Some vintage gum cards.
Yeah, which unusual.
Captain Scarlet,
So there was,
ones.
there was 4 Mars attacks.
There were 4 Mars attacks.
You wanted 20
for the
that.
4,
Yeah.
I don't know what condition they were in.
They weren't, 8
So.
out of 10.
Yeah. What's this old mixture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, all extra stuff.
Yeah, real vintage stuff here.
Yeah.
Pre-war, some of that, for sure.
Yeah. I try and, cover the older stuff if I can.
Yeah. This is a nice store.
Yeah.
Lots of nice stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Airfix kits.
And it's Dinky.
Yeah.
Again. Older toys.
A bit of
They were there,
vintage
they were
stuff,
there if that
yeah.
was your thing.
Yeah. It's unusual, that typewriter,
Hank from the 1950s,
Yeah.
British TV character. Yeah, all sorts.
Some Beatles fan club or some pictures.
Were they?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know what they came from. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting stall.
Yes.
Britain stuff.
Yeah, he obviously finds this stuff.
Yeah. Some real proper vintage there.
Yeah. And this one's a real mixture.
Yeah.
Nice old Airfix kits.
Yeah. Some of the ones on headers, which are the earliest ones, aren't they?
Yeah.
That was interesting. That was one of the figure sets.
Yes.
It only had a tenner on it, but that one there, the civilians,
Oh, yeah.
But it's actually easier to buy these online because they spread them all out and you can see if there's any missing or that. You're taking a chance at a show.
You are a bit.
And, it was an A1 box, but I got to admit that particular series with all the different sets of figures, I'm quite tempted with those. You know,
they are nice.
Yeah, the space one's particularly nice, isn't it?
Yes, I've got the space one. Yeah,
yeah, it's really good.
I remember having that one. I've got another one now. Yeah, lovely set with the astronauts.
Yeah, I think I'm a big fan of the artwork of the boxes. I think it's brilliant.
From that era, the 60s one.
Really good, yeah.
Yeah, amazing.
There's a bit of Duplo under the table there, and then
it was. So some modern die-cast.
Yeah, lots of this sort of stuff there. That was the majority of it, but half of it at least was modern stuff, wasn't it? And then
the vintage.
Yeah, a bit more vintage. I'll try and cover that a bit more. There was some vintage Star Wars there. It was, pricey, but was it? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Dave seemed to think it was a tiny bit over.
Right.
But at least he's got some. Nobody else had any. You know what I mean? Vintage-wise, yeah.
Not much.
Very thin on the ground, wasn't it? So
a few bits here and there.
Yeah, there wasn't really loads there.
Yeah, I mean the prices I wouldn't know. But it was. Oh yeah, some more. The Amigo Star Treks again.
Yeah.
I did have a look at those.
Yeah.
There were none of them I was really after.
No.
But nice. But yeah, Steve Hayne wasn't there today.
He was not. No.
Hopefully we'll see him at Shepton.
Indeed, yeah. This is the Lego guy, yeah. He's on Facebook, this guy, Bricks, DB Bricks, I think he's called. You can buy it by the weight, I think, by the bag, you know, it's all there.
Okay.
Yeah, loads of Legos.
Is there another Brickfest coming in Plymouth?
Well, they often have them, yeah. A few interesting bits there, slightly early bits,
stuff.
yeah. Just checking it out. That's all I was doing. This guy had one. He had the Volkswagen.
Oh yes.
But the actual model was damaged. But he had the box. So it was £20, which is half price. Usually go for much more than that. But
nice loose action man. Yeah.
That was lovely. Yeah, a few lovely ones there.
Yeah. Yes. So certainly having a look at that store.
Hot Wheels.
Yeah, lots of odd little
Mario Kart stuff.
Quite odd little tie-ins.
Yeah.
Some things I've never seen before. Some really small Batman tie-ins and things like that.
No, this is the store. This is the store,
yes,
but I thought I'd go back and have a proper look. And the guy was so friendly and, as just a collector, he only does shows, and he said he's got about this much again to clear.
Right.
He didn't have a website. You can't contact him direct. He said, if you want anything, I do most of the shows, he said. So, but he's got, I said, he's really, prides himself in the condition of the stuff that he's selling, and also the stuff in his own collection. Yeah, it's pretty nice nick, isn't it? Yeah, a really nice stall. This
it was.
I thought it was nicely displayed, and the fact that we had clear price, it made a huge difference. Enormous difference.
Yeah,
to be commended. That really, Yeah, nice little stall.
Is he local doing that?
I think so, yeah. Okay. This is our chap from Wales.
Oh, Sid.
Sid, yeah.
Yeah, very nice as always.
Yeah.
Yeah, our friend George had an item off him.
Did indeed,
He did. We might see in a minute. Yeah, he just recently said bought a load of robots.
Right,
He's got a few with him today.
Okay.
Showing them to us. Yeah, very nice. I know he sold some recently at Sandown.
Yeah.
And some Doctor Who items.
Right.
60s games and things, yeah. Boxed items, yeah. I had a good day at Sandown. But yeah, some nice stuff here too.
Yeah.
Oh, always has a lot of delicates. And there's
Couple of
the two
Daleks.
Daleks there, the one with the red dome. That's the Palatoy one.
Dennis Fisher.
Dennis Fisher, Dennis Fisher,
yeah.
yeah. And that's the one our friend George bought.
Ah, yes, excellent.
Yeah, very nice mint loose one. It's really nice condition as well. Yeah.
Very tough in a box.
Yes. Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah, sadly, he didn't have anything for me this time. And this is Julian's store now. He's fully set up.
Yes,
so I went back. This is just before we left.
Yeah.
The crowds are coming in.
Yeah, I've had a bit of Star Wars stuff. He bought some. I know he bought a Star Wars collection.
Yeah.
Yeah, lately. Oh, here they come.
Here they come. And as I was coming out, we were instantly greeted by a couple of viewers of the channel.
All right.
Who we will see in just a minute. There's Kirsty there.
Yeah. There's our friend John.
John as well, yeah. See, it was a big queue, wasn't it, outside?
Oh, yeah.
It's
I didn't really see this.
Yeah. I mean, they got them in. They always do. They get them through the door as quickly as they can. Mm-hmm. And there they are. Yeah, Dean and Sam. Viewers of the channel. Hello, Dean. Nice to meet you. Right then, Andy. So, as is traditional, we like to show what wares we got at the show. And, well, you've got a couple of figures today, so what is this one then?
So I got a couple of Marks action figures. This is one from the 1970s. This is Red Sleeves.
Hence his red sleeves, okay.
This is from the Lone Ranger toy line.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's one of the villains, I think. Very nice mint loose figure.
Yeah, he is indeed.
And the bit you've just knocked off is the bit that's always missing.
Is that his?
He's loose on the headband, like the Tonto figure.
Right.
Usually if they're loose, they're usually missing the headband.
Easily lost. Yeah.
But yeah, very pleased to get him. I did have one a few years ago, and this is a replacement of him.
What's these bits here?
That's some just little. Again, they're from the same toy line. It's some kind of buffalo hide headdress.
Yeah.
It came with one of the play packs, card.
Yeah. Like a carded accessory
set. Carded accessory pack. There are various ones. That's just thrown in with the figure.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, that's that. So pop them in there.
I also got.
Okay, who's this guy?
At long last, Mr. Johnny West.
So that is Johnny West.
This is Johnny West. Marks again. Very long-running toy line, Best of the West. We saw the Mike Hazard figure.
Yeah, recently.
Same scale.
Yeah.
Same sort of figure. The Best of the West, there are lots of figures. It was the big beast of this size of Marks action figures. It was very long running, very popular. Been meaning to get a nice Johnny West for ages.
Right.
And that's a very, very nice example.
Indeed. And once again, you got a few bits of them,
Yeah, cooking pots and things like that.
These are just accessories,
I haven't really checked. I don't know from the top of my head exactly what it came with, or I don't know, but nice to have as well.
Really, really nice figure.
Very pleased with those.
So that was your main toy purchases. I got just the one Matchbox this time, and it was this one here, number 4, which is the steak truck, and not one I've got, of course. So glad to get this. He was only £13, which I thought was very reasonable. Yeah. I mean, it's not mint, but he's good enough for me for this one, I think.
So what sort of year is that?
This is towards the late 60s. That's 68.
Nice.
Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, there isn't a date on it there. I can see. No, just a Lesney. But apart from that, I mean, it's fairly. Yeah, there's not a lot to it, but it's absolutely fine. It's one I didn't have, so I was pleased to get that. As I said, £13 is the sort of it's a good price for a 60s one, and there just wasn't a lot there. I was looking for really early ones, sort of 50s, but they weren't. The ones that were there I'd seen before, and they're way too expensive. Right. It just overpriced, in my opinion. But that was a good value one,
It's got a colour spot on it.
It has got a little sticker on it, which may have been put on by the shop. All yellow stickers are this price, for example.
Maybe.
But I'll probably will leave that one on because it doesn't really detract from it at all.
No, not at all.
So that is it for the toys. But you were recently at the DevCon, weren't you, last weekend?
I was, yes, which you couldn't make.
No, I was sadly working that day.
But yes, I did pop to DevCon.
Okay, and you picked up a few bits there.
I picked up a few comics.
Well, we shall just clear the decks and have a look. Right, so this is what you got from the
Yeah,
DevCon.
I picked up this one. This was quite an expensive, £4.
£4, right?
The Jack Kirby run on Jimmy Olsen from the early
yes.
70s. Don't have this one. Got most of them, but not this one. 146, which I think is near the end of the run. I think 148 was his last.
Lovely.
So pleased to get that. Very nice condition.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. Nice stuff.
Got that one. Beverly Hillbillies TV tie-in.
Wow.
So that's number 19, which is actually a reprint of issue 1.
Right.
There were 21 issues of Beverly Hillbillies. The last 3 issues, it became kind of an annual by the end.
I see, yeah.
And the last 3 reprint 1, 2, and 3. So that's actually reprinted number 1, but I don't mind. I've got number 1.
Very nice.
The Dirty Dozen.
Oh, wow, that's great, isn't
very
it?
nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All white cover, so hard to get in nice condition.
Yeah.
So that came out in November '67 in the
Right.
States.
That's cool.
Beverly Hillbillies 1969. But yeah, movie artwork used on the cover. Couldn't leave that one behind.
No, absolutely not, no.
And I picked up one of the early Gold Key Star Treks.
Look at that,
It's actually number 4. The first 9 were photo covers.
Yeah.
Yeah, always liked that one.
Yeah.
Just like the design of it.
Really good.
Pleased to get that. Very good.
Yeah, fantastic.
1969.
Well, there we are. So that's another Matford done. But it's not long, literally 2 weeks.
Yes, I
and
think
we've
so.
got the
Shepton Mallet.
Bath and West
Yeah.
showground. We will be there.
We certainly will.
We will be there. So until then, hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, do please give it that thumbs up. Do please hit the subscribe button if you've not already for regular vintage toy content. And we shall look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.
Bye.